Welcome back to Mrs. Samsel's Art Room. Today we are going to be making a bird with a birdhouse and incorporating our outdoor background. So to get started with this lesson, you're going to need a piece of paper and a pencil with an eraser, a Sharpie for outlining or a black marker, and then something to color with. You could use crayons or colored pencils or your markers. And then if you're planning ahead, depending what you have at home, you could use colored construction paper and cut and glue that for your birdhouse or your bird and kind of have a collage technique. So pause the video, grab your materials, and let's get started. So to get started, right in the middle, we're going to begin with our bird. We're going to start with a triangle shape that's probably as small as my finger. And I'm going to take that and make it into an oval. I'm then going to make what looks like a greater than or less than sign or a little V. And I'm making it wide enough that I can fit my finger in. This will be the bird's wing. And you can make some little lines if you want some texture on the feathers. The tail feather is going to come back kind of like a rectangle, and again adding short little lines to show some texture, giving my bird a nice oval eye and a black pupil. I always like keeping a little part white. And if it's a mama bird, you can add eyelashes. And then some simple feet. Now, a lot of times birds go into a little black circle or a little hole in their birdhouse. So you might want to grab a circle if you have one, or you could just think about making a circle over it. So I'm going to make a circle, and I know that my bird's in front, so I'm going to kind of erase that. And I know now that this will be the entrance to the bird's house. So this will all be black because it's dark and I can't see inside later. Okay. To make the bird's house, I'm going to make a square around the bird's body. You could use a ruler if you want. For me, I'm just doing my very best, making a square or rectangle shape. Then a birdhouse, you can get really creative as an architect and design your own style house. There's lots of different ways. So when coming up with an idea or a design for your birdhouse, you can come up with different shapes. So let's say I want to think of maybe an oval shape. Well, if that's going to be my birdhouse, I know I'm going to need maybe a flat base to set it on. I could add a little loop that would hook it on. I know it's going to have a circle entrance. That would be black. I could have a little ledge for my bird, and then maybe this is made out of wood, and so I have these vertical slats of wood. So you could have an oval shape for your birdhouse. You could make a very tall vertical birdhouse, giving it a rectangle base, and you could kind of create that log cabin feel with the wood. Thinking of Lincoln logs here. And repeating the pattern. flat roof. And of course, I could even change up the entrance. Instead of it being a circle, I could color that in solid. And that could be a kind of a more rectangle entrance for my bird. I could come up with a square house for the bird to sit on and have horizontal lines and a triangle roof, a circle entrance. This kind of reminds me of a more traditional birdhouse. And then I could color that up however I'd like. I could make a slanted roof with a square house. So you guys can come up with whatever design you want for your birdhouse. So once you decide on which house you're gonna do, you're just gonna finish drawing it in pencil. I'm gonna select a triangle shaped roof. I'm gonna add some tiles, which kind of remind me of brick. And I remember from a previous lesson that my brick lines can't stack on top of each other. And then the wood slats are gonna have different patterns in them and different colors. So I'm gonna have lots of colors. And my bird is gonna sit on a branch. So I'm gonna start adding a branch and have my tree house sit on a branch. So it's kind of like right under the tree, I'm making a line, and maybe 2 or 3 fingers, I'm making a line, but I stop because I want to show the trunk of the tree. So this over here to the side is that height of the tree, and then I have a branch that's coming out. And with this branch going in, kind of erase that so you guys see. You just want a little branch that your bird is kind of stepping on. And I'm gonna add a branch kind of coming out this way too. So I've got some branches here, the trunk of my tree. I'm gonna make a little baby bird. So repeating the steps, triangle beak, oval body, wing, and erase, little feet, and a little tail. Okay, so I have my birds, I have my bird house, and I have some birds kind of flying in the background, and you can add some clouds in the sky, whatever you would like. From now I'm gonna outline in the black marker, black crayon, black Sharpie to really kind of bring it all together. now that I have it outlined, I changed a few things up. That's what I like about the Sharpie, is it really helps me pop out the details. I wanted this branch to have a little bit of more space right here in between the large trunk branch. And I wanted this one to be a little bit thicker, kind of going down the page. So I changed that up. I added the textural lines on the tail. I added some lights for my bird to be able to see out of their house at night. And then I added even more birds there. And of course, some lines to show the grain of the wood. It's always nice to be able to change up those details. If you decide to do that, you might want to go back and erase some of your pencil lines, and then you can begin coloring. You can color with marker, crayon, or colored pencil. I really love in the end when all the color comes together for the birdhouse. Outlining in the Sharpie and coming together with some patterns and completing it in color really bring it all together. There's a lot of different ways that you could have designed your birdhouse and your birds and your environment, and I can't wait to see what you create. Thanks for creating art with me. I'll see you next time.